Nightly greetings, one and all. William Theo here, homegrown, and glad to bring you PTV News Now. Tops on our stories for tonight. There has been no let-up in the roundup and return of illegal immigrants back from whence they came, mostly to their home countries. And Filipinos have been part of the mix even since before U.S. President Donald Trump was sworn into office on January 20, but only and thankfully in minimal numbers thus far. Philippine envoy to Washington, D.C., Ambassador Jose Manuel Babes Romualdez emphasized earlier today some 60 to 80 Filipinos are in the immigration process for deportation back home after the first batch of 24 was sent home a week before Trump officially took office on January 20 this year. Romualdez underscored the infinitesimal count of Filipino deportees in contrast to close to 400,000 Pinoys living in the shadows or on the run from the law. He also hints a good number of overstaying and illegal Filipino migrants who have found gainful and full-time employment in the United States are busy trying to legitimize their stay through extended work permit applications or employer sponsorships. Then again, some 370 to 400,000 illegal Filipino migrants are still making a life in the United States right now while playing a dangerous cat and mouse game with ICE agents and Homeland Security personnel hell-bent on catching them. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has a pretty busy schedule this week, beginning with French President Emmanuel Macron's arrival Monday and British Prime Minister Keith Starmer's on Thursday. Macron, who is rather chummy with President Donald Trump, will try to sway Trump from striking a deal with Russian President Vladimir Putin without a security force guaranteed to protect Ukraine. VOA's White House correspondent Anita Powell tells us more.
A quick bienvenue, then straight down to business for France's president at this high-stakes White House meeting on bringing the war in Ukraine to an end. President Donald Trump pushed his desire for a deal to end the war, which on Monday struck its grim third anniversary. He has said this will include an agreement with Ukraine for its critical minerals, a deal he hinted could be signed as soon as next week by Ukraine's president.
There's tremendous distrust on both sides. That's why it's good that I'm coming in now, but I think it's to the very much benefit of Russia to make a deal and to go on with leading Russia in a very positive way. That's what you have to do. But I really believe that he wants to make a deal. Maybe wrong, but I believe he wants to make a deal.
French President Emmanuel Macron was more circumspect, correcting Trump in the Oval Office when he said Europe supported Ukraine with a loan, and then giving this warning about trusting Moscow.
My strong point was to say, let's try to get something first which can be assessed, checked and verified. And let's be sure that we build sufficient guarantees on the short run. And this is where we are ready to be engaged. As for France, a lot of my European colleagues are ready to be engaged. But we do need this American backup because this is part of the credibility of the security guarantees. And this is our collective deterrence capacity. And I have the feeling that the President has this capacity.
Analysts spoke of what the two leaders actually accomplished in their meetings.
It looks like they agreed to have European peacekeepers enforce the peace between Russia and Ukraine. There are a lot of other side issues that I haven't really been able to get a hold of. But yes, there's attempt to have a peace agreement and a use of peacekeepers to enforce the agreement between Russia and Ukraine.
Ukraine's president expressed hope and emphasized the importance of Washington's role.
Our teams are already working productively with the U.S. on economic agreement, which we hope to sign in Washington. And President Trump, we would really like to hear from you because all our people, all our families are very worried. Will there be support from America? Will America be the leader of the free world? And I want to be very honest with you. For our people, for life in general, it's so important that American support, American assistance remains.
But other world leaders expressed concerns that Ukraine was kept out of high-level discussions in Saudi Arabia between Washington and Moscow.
Yapılan birçok seçimde Apart from the Istanbul process, Russia has been excluded from the tables established so far, and therefore the desired result has not been achieved. If results are to be obtained from the new process, Ukraine must definitely be included in the process, and this war must be ended through mutual negotiations.
Russia's leader said that so far, talks have not been specific.
During the phone conversation and the meeting in Riyadh, we certainly touched on issues related to the Ukrainian crisis. However, it was not discussed in essence. We only agreed that we would approach it. That being said, of course, we are not rejecting the participation of European countries.
Meanwhile, in Europe, Ukraine somberly marked Monday as the third anniversary of this brutal war. Paris's most famous icon, the Eiffel Tower, burned bright with the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Anita Powell, VOA News, the White House.
At this moment, let's lend our eyes and ears to my colleague up in PTV's Baguio City studios for what's hot and happening in the Cordilleras. Audrey?
Naimbag Arabi Pilipinas ang nagpanawagan ti Commission on Elections iti Kongreso nga agipasa iti lintag para iti regulasyon iti panagkampanyang usar ti social media. Impeteng ni COMELEC Chair George Erwin Garcia nga awan pay ti lintag ang magsaksakop iti panagkampanya iti social media. Inmo na nga inkalikagom ti COMELEC ti paningirehistro dagiti kandidato ken political parties iti amin online campaign platforms dagitoy iti Education and Information Department ti Komisyon. Sigun kini Garcia agarup amin ket nangirehistro iti internet-based platforms dagitoy. Iti daduma impaayanda iti panawen amang kumpleto kadagiti kasapulan a requirements.
Siguro po ito'y pagbubukas mata sa ating pong Kongreso na baka naman pwede na magkaroon ng social media regulation during the campaign man lang para sa kampanya. Para naman ang COMELEC ay hindi mahirapan kasi masisisi po kami.
May naikiti dayta adamag kagidante election period, ertengan pa iti PNP Anti-cybercrime group ti security measures datap no mabantayan ti possible a vote buying can vote selling usar ti online platforms. Tapno maliklikan ti panagraira daytoy mangisayangkat ti PNP ACG iti digital forensics, cyber patrolling ken cyber investigation kadagiti social media platforms nga araramatan dagiti kriminal iti illegal online activities. Kabinadang ti pulisya ti COMELEC ken dagiti naduma-duma a digital payment provider tapno ma-monitor ti transaction ti kwarta kabayatan ti campaign period. Kabayatan na nagpalagip ti pulisya iti publiko kontra iti naduma-duma akita ti cyber scams.
Kadalasan po nakikita natin and pinu-foresee talaga natin na gagamitin yung mga social media platforms and yung mga e-wallets para makapag-vote buying or vote selling man po. And ito po nagiging proactive po tayo, nagkakandak po tayo ngayon ng cyber patrolling and online investigation para kung meron man po tayo nakikita dun sa mga sites and the pages or groups man po ay masastop natin.
Dagiti damdamag manipod dito PTV Cordillera, siya ni Audrey Villana na Imbag Arabi.
Many thanks, Audrey, and that's all for this evening. Join us anew tomorrow for another set of news breakers at the hour. And never forget to stay connected by catching the news right here. I am William Theo. Thank you for watching PTV News Now.